And I must also acknowledge the people of Pakistan. The way they fought this narrative war and grown up with a certain sense of patriotism, I did not know how the Gen Z would react to the situation. But I tell you, the Gen Z of Pakistan were at the top of their game. They passed with flying colors. Why? Because they were innovative. They came up with memes. The whole world is now looking at two nuclear nations on the brink of war, fighting a war. You have missiles flying, you have drones coming in, and you see this young generation posting memes that if you come to Lahore, do not ask for directions, you will surely get lost. And so we had people from the younger generation taking to the social media and creating a new battle. And what happened when they created this new battle, the Gen Z battle or the social media meme war? The entire attention of the Indian media was diverted towards that meme war, and they were saying, what kind of people are these? There's a serious business going on. You have a full-blown war at your hands, and you have the young generation of Pakistan making fun of India in their own way and creating humor, creating satire, creating memes. So we must, when we are commemorating this 1 year of Marka-e-Haq, we must pay tribute to the Gen Z of Pakistan, to the younger generation of Pakistan for doing a fabulous job when it came to the narrative building. The Pakistani media channels, when compared with the Indian media channels, Pakistani journalists, Pakistani anchors, I must pay my compliments because they were very mature, they were very responsible, and they avoided sensationalism. So when we used to put on Indian channels, there was a lot of dramatization going on. There was a theatre of sorts. And when our narrative got too much for them to digest, which it always does, because they don't have an appetite for truth. When you don't have an appetite for truth, you often get indigestion. So what happened? They banned our YouTube channels. Next challenge that I was faced was, should we ban their YouTube channels? I was very clear. The moment my team came to me and said, "Ki sir, kya karna hai? Should we ban their channels?" I said, absolutely not. Why? There is such good humor going on. There is such good comedy going on that in this whole stress of war, there is a sigh of relief coming from them. So please do not ban their channels. Let our people watch the level that they can stoop down to. And we saw them stoop down to the lowest level that they could. And my team came up with a strategy. They said कि इन्होंने हमारे YouTube बंद किया है, हम अपना YouTube इनके मुल्क में चलाएंगे. And I said, how's that? They said, what we will do is, we will put up our patriotic songs, our military anthems, by geotagging the Indian locations, and every time an Indian citizen would open their YouTube, you would see the Pakistani flag or the Pakistani armed forces, you would see our JF-17 Thunder, you would see all kinds of images on that YouTube channel. And by evening, every Indian citizen was criticizing their government that what is going on, that we are seeing Pakistani images on our YouTube. We focused on the truth. We focused on an in-depth strategy. We focused on unity, synergy and cohesion. And we focused on delivering the right information at the right platforms. So, even in social media, you cannot have the content you post on TikTok being posted on X. You cannot have the content you post on X being posted on Instagram. So every social media platform has its own dynamics, and we understood that. So whatever strategy was being made, it was being made very, very specifically. For every platform, for every forum, we had a strategy which was well made, which was based on the truth, and we told the world our story the right way.